Okay. Recording. Okay. All right. Do you want to go first, or would you like me to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, cool.
So yeah. So why are you in grad school right now?
I'm in grad school right now because I wanted to improve upon my journalism skills and ultimately end up with a job in sports media, whether it's sports writing or being an on-air play-by-play announcer.
Okay. I feel like it's kind of delayed, so my bad.
No, it's okay. You're good.
So then, like, where did you study undergrad? Did you go to St. Bonaventure or?
I actually went undergrad to Holy Cross, which is up in Massachusetts, and I was political science major at Holy Cross, and I also was the play-by-play guy for the men's and women's basketball teams at Holy Cross. So that was pretty cool, and it was really that experience that made me realize that I want to pursue a master's degree in journalism and see what goes from there.
Yeah, I remember like you said the play-by-play in like the email you sent me.
Mhm.
It's like, what do you like about doing that play-by-play?
My favorite part about it is just being on the floor during the game. And I also love prepping for it too, learning about all the stats, the stories, because at the end of the day, you're just telling a story to a live audience. And I think that aspect is pretty cool. So doing the reporting, doing the prep work, creating a board, and then just being right next to the action, I find very thrilling.
And then you said you did lacrosse at Holy Cross, right?
Sorry?
You said when you were at Holy Cross, you did lacrosse play-by-play?
I did not do lacrosse, but
Oh, I thought I heard that. My bad.
Yeah, men's and women's basketball I did, baseball, softball, soccer. So
Which sport was like your favorite to do?
basketball by far.
Okay.
And I actually, my favorite to do, I loved doing the women's games. So we were all friends with the women's team at Holy Cross, and we would also practice with them too. Because I know when I talked with Coach Fleming a couple of weeks ago, he was saying how a couple of your managers were practicing when you guys had some players out with COVID. So that was us with our friends on the team. We'd go to practice. So I thought that was pretty cool, just because I knew the team, and they were pretty good too.
I feel like it's just like a question for myself. So how do you do like the play-by-play when you're in the Bronx and then you did
So I actually did your game in person.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Rochester. So I worked remote in Rochester at my parents' house that week, and then just took a couple half days and came down and did your game against Davidson. I was supposed to do your game against GW too, but that got canceled. So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, those are some good questions. So let's see. I know you had a double the other night, so that was pretty solid. But what is your greatest sporting achievement to date?
Probably in high school. My high school team wasn't like that good. For like my first 2 years, I transferred the next year, and then when I came back my senior year, I was like, I got better myself, and we ended up going to like the Long Island like semifinals, and we lost, but like it was just like fun because the year before we were a team that didn't even make playoffs to like being a team that made it to like the semifinals.
Very cool. And where on Long Island are you from?
I'm from Dix Hills, so like near like the Huntington area.
Yeah. My best friend went to Cold Spring Harbor.
Okay, yeah, it's really close.
Yeah, that's very funny. Very cool. And did you play a prep school year at all?
No, I did 4 years. It's just 4.
Okay. And okay, very cool. And did you start at Bonaventure? I can't remember.
No, I didn't. I started at James Madison.
Right. And okay, very cool. So, let's see. And what would you consider to be the highlight of your season this year?
So far, probably our like no loss November. Like we had the whole month in November we didn't lose. Those were like non-conference. And then like even now, like we started conference 1-5, but now we just won 2 games. So like we're kind of feeling good, and hopefully like, we just keep that going.
Yeah, I remembered when I was calling the game against Davidson and you guys were down in the first quarter. And I said to Chris, who was the other announcer, I said, well, we'll see if they can come back. And you guys did. I mean, the fight you guys showed, especially after the tough losses to Dayton and Duquesne, came all the way back. You guys showed a lot of fight in that. And unfortunately, a couple other tough losses along the way there. But
Yeah.
no, I think you guys are in a good spot because I know everybody overlooked you in the preseason, but you're fighting.
Yeah, trying.
Do you guys think or do you think you can have a chance to win the A-10 tournament?
Good question. You know, I seen how Dayton plays, so that's probably like the only reason why I can't 100% say yes.
Right.
But we're like you said, I don't think we'll like ever give up, you know, in a game that we're losing, unless it's that Dayton game. But otherwise, I think we give every team like a run for their money. So why not? Yeah, let's say yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And I know you guys were shorthanded against Dayton too. So right, you got to be with a grain of salt. All right, very cool. And then I'll ask you one more question. So for your game tomorrow against Fordham, what do you think the key is to winning? If you could focus on one thing.
Probably just like limit like what like key players that they're doing, because we haven't really been doing that so far. Every player like they give us a detailed scat about everything, and for like the last like since St. Louis, we've like just let the best player like do what they do, and so that's what we want to limit going into this game, because they have like a player that has been first team for like 2 years now, so we just want to limit what she does. I know we're not going to take her out completely, but just limit what she does. I think that would put us in a good shape to win.
I would agree. I think yeah, absolutely. Love it. All right. Very cool. So yeah, that's all I got. So let's see. Let's stop.